Hey, welcome to the Soulful Psychic. This video is for entertainment purposes only. It's time for our pick a deck video. Okay, so I'm going to bring it here and get started. Deck number 1 is the Cosmic Tarot. Deck number 2 is the Flower Child Tarot. And deck number 3 is the Moon of the Universe Tarot. Okay, so let me get these over this way. Okay. These cards have been shuffled thoroughly. Pull out 5 randomly, and then after we read those 5, we pull off 3 from the top. Deck number 1, the Cosmic Tarot. Card number 1 is the Magician. Card number 2 is the Six of Cups. Card number 3 is the Page of Wands. Card number 4 is the Hermit. Card number 5 is the Page of Swords. Okay. First is the Magician. So it's about transmuting one form of energy into another. And I like this deck because almost all of the characters in this deck are looking up at the moon. Okay. The moon is the feminine energy. So the Magician is about what excuse me, what we're actually experiencing right now, which is those things that we need to fix in ourselves, and not because we're broken, but the things that we could do better with. Leaving behind people, places, things, situations. You know, things have been brought to the surface. That's what the moon is about, is bringing things that are hidden up to the surface, right? So that's what we're doing right now. We're transmuting that energy. It is okay to look it right in the face. Excuse the background noise, but I need to have the window open. It's important to look these things in the face and accept them for what they are, accept the feelings we have associated with them, and that is the only way to move through these things. Six of Cups, that's that nostalgia, wishing things were the way that they used to be. It's about going back to our childhood. Now, some of you have awful memories of your childhood. Even the good times are tainted with negative energy. Okay? It's time for us to get through that. It's time for us to look at it and know the reason why. Why? And is it real? Is the way that we're feeling about these memories, are they, I mean, the feelings, of course, those are real, but is it real what you were being told then? Was that real, or was that somebody's opinion? And I guarantee you, every single time it's going to be somebody else's opinion. It does not have to be your opinion. You are a sentient being who has been given the gift of making your own choices and forming your own opinions. Okay? And so, and now I'm hearing the word forgiveness, of course. And it's okay to forgive somebody. Absolutely does not mean you're going to forget what they did or what happened. Maybe you need to forgive yourself for something that you were told or you felt like was wrong. Okay? So, self-forgiveness actually comes first. It's very difficult to forgive another person if we can't forgive ourselves. And that means taking responsibility, not blame, but responsibility for our part in it. Responsibility as in, okay, somebody did something to me and I reacted to that. But that's not a blame thing. You reacted to that because that's the way you were conditioned. So it's time for all of us to put our big boy and big girl panties on and look at these things and say, I'm not there anymore. That's the most important thing to say to yourself, is I'm not there anymore. I'm not there anymore. And once you do that, this nostalgia, this childlike energy, that starts to come back. Many of us are living the childhoods in adulthood that we never had. The ones that we wanted. Okay? And then we have the Page of Wands. Page of Wands is a message coming through about an action that needs to be taken. Whether that message is from a person, listen, if I hear it from three different people, the same thing from three different people, I tend to perk up and listen to that. Maybe it's a message from the universe. Maybe it's a message from your spirit guides. Maybe it's a message from a deceased loved one. That's messages coming through about an action that can be taken. Then we have the Hermit. This is about stepping back. Stepping back, stepping away from something to get perspective. Taking it one step at a time. You can't move forward any further than the light shines in front of you. Okay, and then we have the Page of Swords. This is a message bringing a truth to you. What truth are you ignoring? What truth do you see and are struggling to accept it? Once you accept it, it literally will pass. Okay, and then we have the High Priestess, that spiritual connection. Follow your intuition. You're getting a message here from the Page of Wands on taking an action. Follow your intuition. Does that action, maybe you received a suggestion from a person or people, the same suggestion. Follow your intuition. Did they give you that suggestion based on their opinion? Yes, every single time. We form our opinions based on our experiences. But your experience isn't like everybody else's experience. It can be similar in ways. But you're a sentient being. You have your own feelings, you have your own experiences, and you processed those experiences in your own way. So follow your intuition. There's the World card, the end of one cycle, the beginning of another. The whole point of this introspection, this whole point of this shadow work, is to end a cycle. And then we have the Hanged Man. So the Hanged Man has no choice but to wait there. So this card in this reading is really about patience. Patience with yourself, patience with the things that take time. Okay? You got this. So that was deck number 1, Cosmic Tarot. Deck number 2 is the Flower Child Tarot. Now again, when I watch a pick a deck video, I tend to watch the whole thing because something in each of the readings calls out to me. In the first two, we have the Nine of Cups. We have the Queen of Pentacles. We have the Ace of Swords. We have the Two of Swords. And we have the Page of Swords. That's 3 swords. Swords, clarity, truth. Okay, the first card out is the 9 of Cups. That's a wish granted. What is it that you're wishing for? This is the Queen of Pentacles. Look, Queen of Pentacles is abundant. Even the rabbit is a symbol of abundance. You know, lots of bunnies. They make lots of bunnies. So maybe your wish is about being abundant in something. And we have the Ace of Swords. This is the Sword of Truth. And you know, they're telling me looking at things from every angle. Aces are always a positive card. They are about new beginnings. Then we have the 2 of Swords. That's about taking off the blindfold, which she did, and seeing the choices in front of us and finding some balance. Then we have the Page of Swords, a message coming to you, bringing you some kind of truth. Again, whether it's a spiritual message or a message from human beings, or you know, everyone has a catalyst or something. Like for me, my catalyst for messages are movies. I receive a lot of downloads through movies and music. So what is your catalyst? Is it people? It's okay if it is. Maybe you're surrounded by a bunch of lovely people who have your best interest at heart. So the messages may come from humans. And that's okay. All right. Then we have the Empress. That's about, again, about with the abundance. Yeah, I had to draw a dress on her. She's pregnant. About bringing something new into the world. Empress is also about balance. Then we have Strength. Never have to explain this card, ever. Yeah, the spirit team is hard with the message today. They just keep blasting it at me, looking it in the face, that you had the strength to do it. And then we have the Page of Cups. The page brings an emotional message. Not necessarily a bad one. First card out was 9 of Cups, a wish granted. So an emotional message coming to you. All right. Time for deck number 3. Which is the Moon of the Universe, or the Universal Moon deck. First card out is 8 of Pentacles. Second card out is King of Wands. Third card out is 4 of Swords. Fourth card out is Ace of Wands. Fifth card out is Wheel of Fortune. Okay, 8 of Pentacles. So that's about learning a new skill, adaptation. What is going on in your life that you are learning to adapt to? There's a lot going on in the world. And we're all learning to adapt to certain situations that we do not like. And the positive, the takeaway to that is that we have the contrast that we need to know what we do want, because we're experiencing what we don't want. And we have the King of Wands. King of Wands is not afraid to move forward and take action. He has nothing to lose. He's the king. He's protected. Wands are also about not just action, but passion. Okay, then we have the Four of Swords. The Four of Swords is the rest card. Doesn't look like it on this picture, on this artwork, but it is the rest card. So in other tarot decks, somebody would be laying on a bed or a coffin, on top of the coffin, and there would be 3 swords poised above them, and 1 sword running the length of their body. Now the one running the length of their body is protection, and the 3 swords above them is the rest. It's about resting so that you can gain perspective and find the truth that you're looking for. That's what the 3 swords above would be. Okay. And we have the Ace of Wands, new actions being taken. New movement forward. Wheel of Fortune, what goes around comes around. If you've been at the bottom of the wheel, you're coming around to the top. Sorry about that. But if you've been at the top of the wheel and everything's been hunky-dory, the wheel does turn. You may be headed towards the bottom, but it's okay. You can handle it. Peaks and valleys, mountains and valleys. That's what life is. And then we have the Justice card. Okay, so for some of you, this is going to be about actual justice. King of Wands, someone who's not afraid to step forward and take action. That can also be about a judicial person. Okay. And then we have the Page of Pentacles, a message coming through about some type of abundance. So some of you are in legal battles regarding finances. Okay, but you have the Justice card there. Page of Pentacles, the page brings a message regarding that abundance in your favor, by the way. Okay, and then we have the Fool, taking a leap of faith. Okay, so we have where's our Ace? Ace of Wands right here, right? So that's about new actions being taken. The Fool card is about trusting. Not necessarily about being foolish, but about trusting the process and taking that leap forward. Okay. I don't remember if I pulled an angel number for you guys on yesterday's video, on the weekly report video, so I'm gonna do that now. Again, I apologize for the background noise, and nothing I can do about it. I need to have the window open. It's too stuffy in here if I don't have it open. Doesn't matter what time of day I do this. That goes on all day, by the way. Usually the second I sit down, that starts. Okay, so 2424, creative expression. Express your creativity. The Wands can be about that too as well. It will lead you to exciting opportunities in the future. And that is your angel number for the rest of the week. 2424 from the Angel Numbers, aptly named Angel Numbers Oracle deck. All right, you guys. That is that. I hope you enjoyed it. And we'll do our, what is it? Love and money for the collective. We're not doing the separate signs anymore. It's too confusing for people. I get that. So love and money for the collective, Friday or Saturday. Probably Saturday. We'll see. We'll see how I feel. All right, cheers, guys. See you in the funny paper.